Hello all, it is brew day. So I've just got the BrewTools B80pro out. Yeah, I'm gonna do an American wheat beer today. So one from the Bible. So there it is, that's the one. So nice simple grain bill, wheat, lager malt, carapils, just a bit of carapils, and Citra, and that's it. So nice and easy. I've actually never used Citra before. I always find it's more on the kind of pricey side of the hops, so I'll probably steer clear for that reason. And even though I'm doing 2 batches, I actually only really need kind of one 100 gram pack of pellet hops. So that's more than enough. I might actually have a few left over, so I might just chuck them in anyway at the end. So there you go. Just a quick intro, just to let you know what we're brewing today. Let's dive right in. So temp is almost there. I'm just going to switch it straight into mash mode now. I'm going to get dough'd in. We go with the wheat malt. So I've got 5 kilograms of this altogether. Remember, we're doing a double batch on the B80. That's 3 kilograms. I'm going to get some rice hulls in, and then I'll put the rest in, and keep doing it in stages like that until we've got all the grains in. These are the rice hulls. You can never be too safe. You don't want to stuck mash. Last thing we want. Right. Give that a little stir. The rest of the wheat. Okay, so in, if you can see out with the carapils, so I've got a kilogram bag. I only actually need 600 for this recipe, so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go by sight. Let's see where we're up to, what's left in the bag. Just over 400, but let's see. Oh, 412, look at that, right on the nose. I was a bit sloppy with the wheat, but a little bit better with the carapils. Okay, let's chuck a few more rice hulls in. Onto the big bag, so I've got a 5 kilogram bag of lager malt, and that is it. That is all going to go in. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on doing the same thing. Probably put half of this bag in, maybe a few more rice hulls, and then we're all done. Okay, second half of the lager malt going in. There we go, and we are done. So let's give this one final stir. Make sure there's no nasty little dough balls in here. And then we will start circulating around the malt pipe. Dough ball there, break that up. The valves are in position, pumping out. See out, we're in the down position there. Pump out through the counterflow chiller just for now, and back into the tank. So yeah, we're just going to recirculate around the malt pipe. So yep. You should see that already. Off we go. Been recirculating for about 15 minutes or so. I've just set the spice tank up, so that's coming up to temp. About 28 litres in the old Bulldog brewer. Got a coffee, very important. So yeah, so I'm going to start pumping up Citra. I've left it, I tend to leave mine at 100% on the pump and just choke it with this. So I'm pumping out at the moment, and I'm going to kind of go to around the kind of 5 o'clock position to pump up centre. Okay, see how we get on with that. So you can see we're trickling out a little bit, so totally out of focus there. Okay, I'll leave it at that for now. I'll probably just crank it maybe to about half 4 position maybe, if that makes sense. See how we get on anyway. We're checking how the mash is going. Okay, the levels are creeping up a little bit. I did nudge the valve down at the bottom there to the kind of, you know, 4 o'clock-ish position, but you know, we're not looking too bad. Got the adjustable dip tube in action today, so we're set mostly kind of in the upright position to obviously avoid any kind of scorched elements or anything like that, but yeah, I think we're okay for the time being. We'll just keep an eye on it. So 60-minute mash, and then I'm probably just going to mash out for 10-15 minutes at 75. Okay guys, 15-minute mash out. I'll go for 75 degrees. Spurge water is 77, 76, so that's going up to 78. The stars are aligning. We are doing pretty well. It's over, pump is off. The sparging tank inlet, I guess, is primed with water. You can hopefully see that. So the pump should take that in quite easily. So, as always, I've got to get up on the counter and yeah, I'll lift that malt pipe up. I've had a bit of a nightmare with that today. I'll touch on that in my kind of my end summary, but yeah, that was a first. But then anyway, we're gonna start sparging now. So I've got the valve in the pump up position. I've closed off the tank so you can see that the pipe from the sparging vessel is going straight through across into the pump inlet. So hopefully we should just be able to kind of chuck that on and begin sparging. There we go. It's thinking about it. I'll turn the pump up a bit. There we go. It's looking much better now. Dial the sparge back a bit. We don't want to over sparge, reaching our kind of 55 litre mark, so almost there. So the malt pipe is outside. You might be able to see it there. We collected 53 litres, so it's time to rack this up into manual mode and get boiling. Okay, so there's the first hop addition. I've gone for 40 grams of Citra at 13.5 alpha acid, slightly over what the recipe calls for. Similar at the end as well, but that's just so I can use the pack. So we are basically up to temp, so the first hop addition is going in. And give that a little stir. And then we'll get the steam hat on. Still at 100% power at the moment, but yeah, with the steam hat on, I'm going to crank that down to about 45, I think, for today. Down to 45%. Steam hat is on with the condenser, and the water is flowing. So super simple brew day today. Only one other hop addition, and that is at flame out. 15 minutes before the end of the boil. In go to protocol. Trying not to scald myself. You can see in there. Can't see a thing. In we go. Right. So time to also start circulating to sterilise the counterflow chiller. Okay, so let's switch this to pump out. Ball this away. All the valves should be in the right position. So out through the counterflow and back in. That'll do. Steam hat is off. I'm going to put in the Whirlpool kind of hop addition now. And we're down to about kind of 49, I would say. I think it's just under 50. You can see the kind of where the pump's rippling up the water level there, but I'm not sure if I've boiled enough off, but we'll see. Give us last 60 grams in. Give it a little stir and let it do its thing for about 10-15 minutes. Oops, no steam out. Okay, there you go, job done. The hot stand over, we'll just checking the return temp, so down at 39, getting ready for pitching, so I'm going to aim for about 22 like usual, and I'm going to stick pack in each fermenter, so the Lallemand Munich wheat beer yeast. Pretty much there, we're just creeping down kind of when we get to around this temperature. Groundwater's quite warm at the minute, so the pump's obviously already on. I'm primed. I just did that to take a quick sample of my for the hydrometer. Let's get this open slightly. And there we go. Nice and aerated. And I'll pitch the yeast. Probably, I think I might just stick it in halfway through today. So hoping for 223 litres. Ended up with 48 litres in the end, so yeah, that's pretty much on the money. Of course, the adjustable dip tube is in action today, so we've got that set to the down position, so happy days. Hey all, that is the end of brew day. So I have brewed my American wheat beer. It is currently in the fermenters. What did I get in the end? 2 times 21 litres. Okay, so 42 litres altogether. It's pretty good. I was a little bit off on my gravity, not by a million miles. I think the target gravity was 1058. Hydrometer said about 1051-ish. The refractometer said 1053-ish. So yeah, I kind of split the difference, and I'll say 152. So not a million miles away. I think that the grain crush was a little bit coarse on the lager malt, if I'm honest. I did ask for a fine crush. All the other wheats, the carapils, were fine. Yeah, but the crush was I wouldn't say it was a fine crush at all. So I think that's what's probably led to a lower efficiency. But I mean, overall, that's fine. I mean, it's quite a strong beer anyway. I think it's supposed to come out at about 5.9%. So you know, if it comes out at what, 5.5, then you know you're splitting hairs anyway. So brew day went pretty well overall. However, and I did make a point kind of during brew day. That when I lifted the malt pipe, and this is the first time this has actually happened to me, and ironic actually, after I was giving someone advice on how to, sorry, and I forget the name of the person that I was speaking to, but how to kind of lift the malt pipe up successfully, and I've totally fluffed it the first time after that. I didn't have quite the same issue, the legs came out fine, however, I pulled the malt pipe up rather vigorously, and yeah, I pulled it up and above the centre pipe, and I couldn't get it back in. So I was holding like about, I don't know, what is it, about 20 kilograms, maybe more, 30 kilograms, I don't know, with all the grains in it, all the water in it, and obviously the weight of the malt pipe itself. So I was holding it to try and let some of the water, or the wort, kind of drain out, so that I could then, you know, manhandle it a bit better to get it back into position. So obviously the centre pipe extender was loose. It was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, but fortunately I kind of want some of that weight dissipated, you know, once the water kind of dropped back into the boiler. I was able to kind of manhandle it a bit. You know, fortunately a couple of the legs were taking a little bit of the weight as well, so we managed to get it back. We found the hole and we popped it straight back in. So a little bit of a hiccup, a little bit of a blip, but nothing major, and we overcame it pretty quickly, so you know, I can't complain too much. Citra hops smelled amazing. I used all of the 100 gram pack of the hop pellets. Yeah, so I think for my double batch, so I always do the double batches on the B80pro, I used 13.5% alpha acid Citra. The recipe was 13.8, so I just kind of went a little bit over. So 34 grams was what the recipe would have been. For the 13.8, I used 40 for the first hop addition at the start of the boil, and at the end I used what would it have been, 60. So yeah, 40 at the start, 60 at the end. So the second hop addition would have been 50. So it would have been 34 and 50. I used 40 and 60. So yeah, I mean, again, you know, you kind of splitting hairs. There's not much in it. So there you go. Another brew day down. I'm going to wrap the video up here. I probably won't do this as a grain to glass. So yeah, just to kind of mix it up a bit. I'm currently drinking a mystery beer, which I've just done a grain to glass for, which you may have already seen, or it might come out after this. I'm not decided yet. So keep it interesting. That's it. Brew day's done. I'm bushed. I'm gonna wish you all good night or good morning whenever you're watching this, and yeah, take it easy. If you do like the channel, if you do like the content, please do give me a like, share and subscribe, and if you're not already subscribed, then please do consider subscribing. It, you know, really kind of helps me out. It gives me an idea that, you know, the channel is doing okay. At least I'm putting some decent stuff out there, and you know, it just kind of, you know, gives me a positive vibe, I suppose. That, you know, people are kind of, you know, finding this useful, finding it helpful. So that's all I want, really. So anyway, enough waffle. Take it easy. Take care. Bye bye.